Remarkable days, viewers. Welcome to STBA, Deep Purple Campus, STBA, Pontianak, West Borneo. And in this occasion, we are in the class of Translation Workshop. Translation, which is defined variously by the expert, saying that it is the process of translating words or text from the source language into the target language. Before mid-task, students of Translation Workshop has already learned about translation process, and this time you are learning about types of translation. There are various divisions, or there are many ways, many kinds of divisions or classification of translation types. It can be seen from the content and it can be seen from the process. As you have done the assignment last week, you divine in many kinds of types of translation. As I have already read from your summary, you got the definition or the division from some expert again that you Google. You got literal translation. Then there is the administrative translation, legal translation, literary translation, and medical translations. Okay, and many others that you define. But then, when there is type of translation, you say faithful translation. Of course, when it is so, it is related to the process. But when you define or you take the classification of translation type, for example, computer assisted or computer translation, of course we see the type of the translation from the tool that help you to translate. So there are many ways for you to classify translation type. Depends on how or from which view you see the translation, from the content, if you want the content, or from the process, or from the tool that you use or media that you translate the text or the word into from one source language into the target language. Well, viewers and dear student of Translation Workshop, now I am going to convey one type of translation that you can categorize of type of the translation, that's literary translation. In this opportunity, I pick up some lines from the famous novel The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Okay, there, as I already assigned you, I picked up some paragraphs, okay, from one of the work. There you can see about the old man was thin and gone with deep wrinkles in the back, as you can get there. What interested is from the translation that you need to translate this part, but none of these cards were fresh. That maybe you can translate into the good translation ya, tapi baret itu adalah luka lama. This one is included free translation. We see the process of the translation ya, because the meaning and the message from the source stay. The message stay and then it is wholly translated in the target language. So it is included non-restricted by form. Though it is not translated word per word or literary, but the meaning is really that meaning from the source language to the target language. It's nice, isn't it? And then I give you again another translation work, cause everything about him was old except his eyes, and they were the same color as the sea, and so on there. Okay, and of course, you need for this literary work, sometime you need to twist not really the word that you find in the dictionary, but you really try to make the equivalent or sounds great or sounds okay in the target language. Okay, wow. So what you are supposed to do, what you have to put or bear in your mind when you translate. Of course, yeah, you really need to concern about word per word translation or literal translation. Why? Yeah, because when you translate word per word, maybe it is not supposed to be the meaning, yeah, in the source language. Okay, so you must care about that. Sometimes, yeah, you need to translate words in the source language. Sometimes you don't. You can miss that. Yeah. Okay, for example, the name of the company, streets, island, or restaurant. Or maybe the name of the area. For example, that you don't need to translate. For example, Sungai Bangkong. Okay, how can you translate that into English? Bangkong itself. Yeah, whether you can pronounce it's a little bit like foreigner, Bangkok, maybe Bangkok. Okay, but you can't translate it into, because that's the name, yeah, into what it is in, for example, Indonesian to English, or English into bahasa, whether you need to translate Mr. Brown into Mr. Chocolate, Mr. White into Mr. Putih, of course not that way, because that's the name. Well, point 3, meaning in the source language should be conveyed accurately in the target language. This means try to avoid loss of meaning. No loss of meaning. Meanings transferred into the target language are not restricted actually by vocabulary, grammatical form of the source language. Not really restricted. We want that it is correct in the target language, but not losing meaning from the source language. And be aware of the term register. Okay, so we need to care about grammar, as well. But however, don't let it to be that restricted. Okay, do not use everyday language, because everyday language maybe will cause a problem in losing the meaning just now. So be sure that your translation accepted by the readers of the target language. Wow. Again, your translation should only be based on meaning in the source language. Well, talking about translation type, please answer in kind of essay, short paragraph or long paragraph, I guess, maybe 2 or 3 paragraph. Which translation, which type of the translation that you like the most to translate, and tell the reason why. Okay, and the most appropriate final assignment for you of this semester is You have block and translate as many as possible. Translation material. Translate it into good target language. That's Indonesian or Bahasa Indonesia. And another one, give the tip how to translate well in the video content that you can publish in YouTube, IGTV, or Facebook live streaming. Okay, viewer. My translation workshop class. Enjoy your day. Stay home, stay healthy, and stay motivated. Where's your future?